unwinnable, or will it be another Vietnam for the U.S.? And who's going to pay for the additional troops with our budget already out of control? Let me bring in Representative Joe Wilson, a Republican from South Carolina who also serves on the House Armed Services Committee. Representative, thank you very much for joining us for Happy Hour. I have your statement here following the news of this leak that the President's going to announce tonight an increase of 30,000 troops. And you say, well, it was long overdue, that basically you applaud this decision. That's been a bit of a criticism that the Vice President, former Vice President Dick Cheney, saying the President Obama dithering on this decision. This is a critical decision, though. You don't want to rush to make this decision because he took several months to make it. You see that as a criticism?
Well, I would say that we should be following the wishes of our commanders on the ground. General Stanley McChrystal, who was appointed by President Obama, has made the request. I'm very pleased that they will be providing the troops, the reinforcements that are needed. This is how we can protect American families, by defeating the terrorists overseas.
So what took us so long, then, if this is what we need to win the war in Afghanistan? Why didn't we send – we've been fighting this war for 8 years now, going on 9 years. What took us so long, if this is what it's going to take to win this war, to send more American troops?
Well, actually, the level of conflict there only truly picked up in 2007. Prior to that, there were less than 100 attacks in the country a day. And so we now have – or a month. And so we now have an increase in violence because of our success in Iraq. We know that Osama bin Laden, his followers, al-Qaeda, have moved the central front of the war from Iraq, where they have lost, to Afghanistan. So we must defeat them overseas to protect American families at home.
Is this a mistake, then, that the President is not going to follow General McChrystal's recommendation and send 40,000 troops? Is that going to make a big difference, sending 10,000 less?
Well, I think we learned a lesson from Iraq, and that was by sending sufficient troop strength, we were actually able to bring the troops home more quickly. We were able to save lives. We reduced violence. We helped build a civil society in Iraq, an economy, enabling us to have a real exit strategy. And the exit strategy is that we should win, and I agree with the President, complete the job.
Absolutely. Who's going to pay for this? We're already talking about this budget being out of control. The economy here at home is still a mess. Now we're going to even increase the budget more. How do we pay for this specifically and put it in the budget?
And the way we should do it is through the appropriations process, and we should cut back on the wild and crazy spending that we've had. I've asked for an audit of the stimulus funds. Billions of dollars have been reported to have been spent to create no jobs. We should be working to reduce the expenditures, to reduce the borrowing, because the money's not there. And once you reduce the borrowing, then you can actually address the defense needs of our country, protecting American families. We've already learned from 9/11 that you can conduct a military operation out of Afghanistan to kill American families. And so the way to stop that in the future is defeat them overseas.
Representative Joe Wilson, thank you very much for joining us for Happy Hour. Thank you.
Thank you. Honor to be with you.
All right, folks, pick up the laptops, chat it up during Happy Hour. Log on to foxbusiness.com.